Hey, how's everyone doing? This is Oz with Oz Mechanics, and on today's video, I got this 1999 Chevy Silverado right behind me. So the issue with the Chevy Silverado, customer was complaining that the battery would die after a couple of days. So on today's video, what we're going to try to do, we're going to see if we can fix up this parasitic draw and give this vehicle back to the customer. Alright, so right now what I have is my multimeter hooked up into series to our battery. So we disconnected the negative side of the battery. Let me show you right here how this looks. So one end of the battery, or one clamp, is going to be to the battery, and the other end is going to be to our cable right here. And we have this hooked up into series. So as you can see, right now we have a 210 milliamp draw on our battery, and that will kill our battery right there. Rule of thumb that we want to see is about 50 milliamp. So right here would be 0.05 or under. So we don't want to go above that. If not, we're going to have a nice draw. And on this test that we're going to do right here, we're going to go ahead, we're going to have our multimeter right there, and then we're going to go ahead and remove these fuses from here. And what we're trying to look for is we're going to see if we have a draw, if we have a drop in our draw. Because right now what the parasitic draw does is basically eating away from our battery's energy. It's just taking power away from there. So something's staying awake, something is keeping the module awake, is draining our battery. And what we're going to do, I'm going to start pulling out each fuse until we have a drop. And I know there's going to be some controversy on this, but this is a 1999 Silverado. There's other tests that you can do. We can do a voltage drop test on the actual fuses. We can get a FLIR cam or so on. Like I said, I'm going to put the link down below the other video where it shows different steps and different tests that we can do to find these draws. But let's go to this one right here. And what we're going to do, let me move this. What we're going to do, we're going to start taking off fuses, and once we find the right one, we're going to see where this drop is at. I'm not going to show every little step, but I'm just going to go ahead, and once we find it, we'll start taping. All right, check that out. So we took off this 10 amp fuse, and as you can see, we're way under 50 milliamps right there. So we're at about 20 to 30 milliamps. Is kind of jumping around, and that's acceptable on here. Now let's see what we have here. All right, so the one that we actually removed is this TBC fuse, is a 10 amp fuse. It's right here in the corner, and luckily, I love how Chevy does this. They actually have it right here. So it's that TBC fuse. Now let's get a wiring diagram and see exactly what that feeds. Alright, so here's our wiring diagram right here. As we can see, this is the TBC fuse, and that does branch off to a couple of modules right here. And then as we can see right here, this starts off with the headlamp driver switch, head and panel dimmer switch, remote control door lock receiver, and body control module. So we have these four modules that we can actually work around and see what we have. If we're looking at these headlight switch or dimmer switch, I'm thinking maybe a light might be on, but to be honest, we're at 230 milliamps, somewhere right there. I forgot the number. A light is gonna be a little bit harder, a little higher than that. So we can check out all these other ones right here, but we have four to choose from. Let's go inside and let's check these out. Let's see which one we can get to the easiest. I'm thinking that this headlight dimmer switch is probably going to be easy, but I do know that these body control modules are pretty easy too. So I'm going to choose between these two and see what we go for. So we're inside the vehicle right now. Here's going to be our switch right here, and then we have our actual BCM down here, and I have my multimeter showing right there. Just kind of took stuff apart just to get to it pretty easy. And the BCM is just right here, and I want to give that a shot because this can just be disconnected right here. Let's disconnect a couple wires. There's one. Two. Dropped a little bit. Take off this last wire, see what happens. And check that out. All right, so well, the question is cause or effect. What's going on here? Is it our actual BCM, or is it something connected to the BCM? But I will let you know this. Check this out. Look at all this crud that took off. Look at that. That's a bunch of crud right here that I did notice when I removed this. And this is pretty easy. It's only two 7mm bolts right here. After that, that clips off. So I kind of wanted to have this ready when I was going to videotape. And I did notice that. And let me see if this can catch it on the camera right here. Look what we have in here. So I'm kind of curious what the inside of this BCM looks like. But let's check that out. That is acceptable draw right here. We removed this BCM and we got this, but look at this nastiness. So let me open this up and let's see what we have inside. Moment of truth. Let's see, is it anything? Well, I can tell you by looking at this. All right. Not too bad, not too bad, not too shabby. But this is the clean side. Okay, per se, the clean side. Look at that. Now let's look at this other side. See how that looks. Not too bad. Oh, look at that right there. Oh, dude, check that out. Is that what's shorting out? I don't know, but this looks crazy. All right, let me try to clean this up with some alcohol and a little brush. We're gonna use a little plastic brush. We're gonna clean this up and see if we can get this back to normal. We might have to re-solder this right here. I'm just gonna see how that looks. But man, check that out right there. That is some nasty stuff. That's where our draw is probably coming from. I'm not sure until we clean this up and then we hook everything back up. So let me give it a nice little clean and hopefully we can fix this up. All right, so this is after cleaning it up with the brush and some alcohol. Put it back in the box, clean up the box as well, and then see if this is an actual fix, see if our draw is away. All right, awesome, so I have everything back on together. I'm just trying to see if this is gonna work. I'm pretty sure the customer is gonna want to put a brand new BCM on this. I try to resolder as much as I can, cleaned it all up. Now I just want to see if this is gonna actually fix it up. Let's check this out. So we're gonna see a tick on the amps right there, and we're gonna see that because deliberately I left the door still unlocked. So all right, cool. The lights are gonna turn on, and what we're gonna do right here, I don't know if you've seen that in my previous videos, and this is just to trick the door that it's actually locked. I'm gonna show you right here. We're gonna come to this right here, and we're just gonna move this right here, and it's gonna trick it like it's locked right there. All right, so let's go back over here. We're gonna wait until everything shuts down, goes to sleep. All right, it's still awake right there. Now the question is, Is the BCM just completely bad because we have Schwartz going inside? That's the question we gotta ask ourselves. All right, so we're on day 2 right here, and yeah, unfortunately, try to clean this up, it really didn't do anything. But the good thing is that we got another BCM right there, and I just hooked it up about 2 minutes ago. And as you can see, we still have a draw, but remember, we have to wait for our modules to go to sleep. So I'm just gonna wait a good while, and we're gonna see if this number goes down. I'm just trying to make sure, like rule of thumb, it has to be under 50 milliamps. So I'm hoping that this goes down after a while. So we're just gonna keep on waiting right here, see if it goes down. If it does, we got a fix right here. All right, let's hope for the best. All right, check that out. Look at this right here. We're gonna zoom in a little bit. It's about 10 to 20 milliamps right there. And there you go. To me, that's a fix right there. Like I said, I was going through the shop right here. I got something to eat, was working on some other cars. It was about 20 to 25 minutes, and then it finally went down. All the modules went to sleep. That's a fix right there. Like I said, we want to get under 50 milliamps, and that's a rule of thumb. So it's 0.05 that we just want to get under there. And this is going to be a proper fix right here. We try to clean up the other BCM, but it just wasn't fixing it up. I got what I want to get to. We wanted to see if it was cause or effect. The other BCM, we saw the internal nastiness in there. I tried to clean it up, and it still wouldn't fix it up. So that's when I got me another one, and as you can see, this was the proper fix right here. So if you do like this video, please put a big thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that little notification bell to get all brand new videos coming out from Miles Mechanics. Y'all take care. Goodbye.